Welcome to Thieves' Cant, a tabletop gaming podcast with your hosts, Jeremy Shane and Chris White.
Welcome in, welcome back. It is Friday, March 13th. I'm Jeremy Shane.
And I'm Chris White.
Thanks for listening, for subscribing at thievescantcast. Email thievescantcast@gmail.com. And don't walk under that ladder.
Friday the 13th.
Man, watch your back, right?
Bad news.
Hey, today we're talking gaming superstitions, a fitting topic here on Friday the 13th. We've all got them to some degree or another.
Some of us have a problem with this, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're going to have to talk about it.
All right, well, let's jump in. Whenever I was new to RPGs, and again, we've told this story before that you were part of a larger group. You invited me into that group, and of course, when you first come into the hobby, what's one of your first big fascinations?
Oh, it's the dice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's where I was fixated. The dice. I mean, I was borrowing dice at this point.
Right.
You know, I couldn't wait to get my own set. Mm-hmm. So then you start to observe dice habits.
Yeah.
That people have. I mean, one, the fact that I'm borrowing dice, I learned quickly that these are just cast-off dice.
Oh, yeah.
No one's interested, all right? You can use these.
Yeah.
But don't even look at these.
That's right.
Right? You were pretty particular about people touching your dice, weren't you?
I was back then.
Yeah.
I'm not like that anymore. But yeah, I would definitely chop your hand off if you touch my dice.
You roll the dice and maybe one or two of them drift further from you than you can reach.
Yeah.
What do you do in that at that point in time? Don't touch those. I can get them myself. I got to get up and walk around the table to retrieve them.
Yeah.
Die falls off the table. Don't touch it.
Okay, so first, do you read the die off the floor or do you roll again?
So that's a superstition in itself,
yeah.
Isn't it? To me, if it leaves the table, it's a re-roll.
Yeah, I think so too.
My wife will check it, and she'll let you know if it's going to be a re-roll or not.
She wants to see how good it is?
Right.
All right. I get that.
But generally speaking, I think that all rolls should take place on the table.
Yeah, I think so too. Loading dice. Now, this one still gets me.
Yeah.
I am a dice loader.
So before the game starts, there's a little ritual that takes place.
Every die has to be on the highest number that it can roll, and it must sit there.
And it has to sit there and get used to that position.
Exactly.
This is the position that you belong in.
How will the dice know where I want them to be if I don't show them?
You got to let them spend time there.
Right.
Now, do you just find that and spin the die around in your fingers until you see that 20 and then you rest it there? Or do you roll it until that high number comes up?
Well, I won't say I haven't done that, but that's pretty annoying because there are times
that can be a lengthy process.
Right. Yeah. I'm on roll number 400. 20 still hasn't come up. So, no, I generally, I put it there. I let the die know. And you know what? This isn't superstition. This is science, right?
Okay.
Because, I mean, gravity is real, right? And so I can't help but feel that as this world spins through space and the effects of gravity weigh down on us all, that I'm somehow flattening the proper edge so that die will consistently land. So I'm cheating. Basically, I'm cheating.
Prolonged cheating.
It is.
It takes a while.
And that doesn't count. Plus, you still have to prove it.
Yeah.
So,
well, speaking of proving it, let's say that these dice can't prove themselves.
Oh.
All right. You've done everything you can. You've prevented others from touching them. You have preloaded them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you even preloaded them the long, hard way by rolling until that high number comes up.
That's right.
And yet when the game starts, that D20, it can't get above a 5.
Yeah.
How long do you put up with it?
How long are you going to let that die get away with that?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna take that, or you're gonna do something about it?
Yeah. This is a tough one for me.
We're talking putting dice in timeout, right?
This is a tough. I know you do this. I've seen you do this. This die is rolling like crap.
I dump out my hodgepodge of dice into my dice tray.
Yeah.
I've got a few of everything in there.
Yeah.
And so, I'll just rotate them around. Like, even if a die is hot, sometimes I'll just grab the other one, which is probably a big no-no in some people's eyes.
Even as a player, you do that?
Yeah.
That's bold.
It's pure chaos.
Yeah, it is. Know? You are chaotic. That's crazy. Well, you know me. Almost every character I play has to have their own dice set.
That's a superstition in itself.
Well, they're pretty. It's an excuse to buy dice. Yeah. But, once I buy your dice, once they're locked in and we've set them up, that's it. So good or bad.
If it's not getting the results you want, you're gonna stick with it.
I am. I mean, I guess maybe if we're in 20 sessions and I haven't hit anything, then maybe I'll start re-examining my life. But
it's an interesting approach if every character has its own dice set and these dice just happen to suck. Well, it turns out this character just kind of sucks.
That character's bad.
It's part of that.
Maybe it's a bad character.
Right.
That's a good point. That's right. But I've seen people get pretty wrapped up in this. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it is funny if you think about it. A die that rolled well for you last week, now it's rolling poorly for you now. You're like, well, this dice is terrible. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, it's sort of chance, right? I mean, but that's the whole point of the superstition. And plus, it's kind of fun. I mean, I don't think most of us take this that seriously. Like, oh, this dice is cursed, right? But it's kind of fun to be like, this dice sucks. It's the reason I suck. I think that's most people, right? I don't think we take it too seriously. I hope.
Yeah.
Now that being said, if the die is consistently bad, I mean, not all dice are perfect, right? I have had dice that just want to roll the same 3 numbers every time. And I mean, it's just almost consistent. And it's like, I wonder at that point if this die is made balanced or something like that. But
I think, again, I've already said that I have a rotation anyway. Mm-hmm. But if I get a new die, let's say I find a new D20 I want to throw in the bag and bring into the rotation, I kind of got to treat it like this is a new player on the team, right?
Yeah.
This is somebody coming up through the minors, ready to make their debut.
Right.
Right. If it's baseball, this player can pop out 7 out of 10 times and get a hit 3 times and you're happy.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So how do die results scale for that?
Okay, so what's the batting average for your dice?
I'm not happy with 300 for a dice.
Right.
Like, I'm going to need you, like, when you make your debut, like, sometime within the first couple of rolls, I'm going to need you to hit a 16 or higher. Like, I'm going to need you in that upper 25%.
Right.
That's where you need to be on a consistent basis.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of look at the die, right? If it's an 8-sided die, that thing better be hitting a 450, right? I need a 4.5.
That's right.
Yeah, that's my base expectation, is that I'm getting an average, at least average or better out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way you need to think of it. It's just, what is, a 20, well, I guess 10-5 is
right,
half, right? So if you're consistent.
But nobody's going to be happy with consistent 11s on a D20.
No, but that's your baseline.
That's why maybe you should roll 2 D10 instead of a D20 and
don't
have to worry about
well,
it. That's
okay.
another discussion.
That is a whole other discussion. Right. Yeah.
Any superstitions we're missing here?
Well, so beyond dice, which is probably the most glaringly obvious thing, but I've seen people that like their character sheet has to be handled a certain way. The way they set up at the table, has to be done a certain way. Don't touch my sheet. Don't, personal space. Yeah, there's all sorts of rituals and things like this that people do. But I think dice is really that's the big one.
Yeah, we said gaming superstition, but really it is dice superstition.
Yeah.
So what are yours? Let us know. Email thievescantcast@gmail.com. You can drop a note in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Let's get superstitious.
Very superstitious.
Happy Friday the 13th. Enjoy the weekend ahead. We'll catch you Monday. News, crowdfunding, all that. Until then, thanks for listening once again to Thieves Cant. I'm Jeremy Shane.
And I'm Chris White.
So long.
Thank you for listening to Thieves Cant. Email thievescantcast@gmail.com.